And all aboard. Welcome aboard, welcome back. I'm Cali Jack. This will be our last episode tonight. Do apologize, the insane itch has come back with some significant rashing in certain spots, which are uncomfortable to move your arms with. So, I will be doing this as a short episode. I did go ahead and build this over to try to flow the station through the whole town and begin picking up more people. It did finally begin to bring people in, finally, that way. This was just too far out, and I've learned my lesson. Even with a spread station, it's not enough. Make certain you build in tight, and then that way you get the early growth in case it goes the opposite direction from what you expect. I thought it would fill in towards the station. No, it grew away from the station. NIMBY folk, they didn't want anything to do with the noise, I guess. Alright, so we're sitting here looking at things. I'm going to go ahead and put it on fast forward to our next round of vehicles that we can take a look at. I don't really have any of the communities yet. I don't think grown enough. This is our first one that's really, Hakodate is the first one that's really growing decent. Though I don't know. Yeah, still not growing massively. Growing, but not massively. Trying to figure out how to get a power substation in here, and that's going to be a bear. And I am slowly but surely, I think I'm going to look for this guy, and he needs to go up to 10%. Start making things decent. Our steam engine did, you're kidding. Is it the cars or the steam engine? Huh. Let's come on down here and take a peek. What went? Oh yeah, that's right, the 30-ton cars came out. So technically, he's at 88, so once he gets going, we will set him up to unload only, and we'll send him in to change him out. I was going to say, I thought that engine was still good for a while. The engine is good until 68. So I think I'm going to leave him out there because he's nice and he's cheap. And for the next 22 years, that's kind of what I'm after. Looking at these cars, the new cars are going to cost us 21 versus 17 cents. Yeah, 17 cents. So we're going to take a 4-cent per car upgrade. And they're bigger and longer, so we'll have fewer of them. We're only getting 5 tons per, so it's going to be rather difficult. Yeah, I know. I should have sped him into it, but then I'd have missed him. Hey, this is I'm Out to Game with Cali Jack, episode 15 in our Pak128 Japan look that we're taking and send him to the depot. We're kind of looking at this one knowing that we're going to probably fail. We're already into the red. And checking it, we're July, so yeah. Yeah, our monthly out profit ain't looking much better. It's flat. Let's see what we get when we get rid of these guys and upgrade the cars. Same 9, so 1, 2, yeah, 9 cars. All right, I'm liking that. There we go. Get that money back. And that should balance out a little bit. Oof, still cost us 155. We're down to 2.1. That's what we've got. And we've been burning roughly last year was 2.3 without any purchases was ouch. Yeah, we're not going to be doing too hot. I don't know how long we will last. 1264, that's a little bit better because we're carrying more now. Annoying, the cloud patterns sometimes. Collier's back into the black. Our Amari Chubi is into the black. That's interesting. The Hustler's still in the red, but we know how to fix that now. I think I'm going to make this the 10 and this a 20. And then a 10 there. And we'll see if that fixes that. I think he's going to be better off with being a 22. Yeah, brought it up, but it's still not right. Take him to a 20. And then a 10 for the return. 20 for the return. $12.64 steadily. That will get us something that's going right. South Pacer is kicking it. What did we schedule on him? Of course, that's a nice long line. So he's serving multiple towns. Net wealth less than 10% of... Oh, there's a mistake. Yeah, we're down to 1.9. We do need to get back above it. I'm not betting that we're going to see a profitable month. That's a slight uptick to 58 in the hole. We will see how it winds up for the year. Our trips are through the roof, though, this year. Who else started delivering? Good question. Looks like Tachikawa delivered. Some of the gas ones delivered this month. And I think with these better services, we'll start to see those yellows start producing some cash. Problem is our vehicle earnings are still not matching our maintenance of way alone. Our mow cost is terrifying. Let me switch to my reading glasses. That might help. Yes. So we're still looking pretty decent. Unfortunately, the Pacer went into the red, as did the Amori Chiba. But that's probably because they're still in transit. We're getting a good direction here. Back up above the 25 mark. Let's see how we do. Financials is what it is about, and we know it's the trains. The trucks, there's not much I can do. That's going to be a steady loss because of the road, and apparently our trucks stopped running. Let's go take a peek at our trucks. Well, we fixed all of our stocks. Down to 1.75. Again, it would help if we were getting some of those fuel runs to run much more regularly. The trucks is an issue because what can we do to produce production? Electricity. You know what? We can solve that, though. We can get power over here. That's a cheap fix, relatively speaking. Let's see if that gives us the boost we wanted. Because now we need more wood in order to make this work. Switch to water for the end of the night here. He's eating all of our power. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, we need a road. They don't give us what we need. Okay. I'm basically just getting rid of these vehicles so that I can clear out the jam up and then deal with it. Okay, so we pretty much got our vehicles loaded. Now it's just a question of when are we getting to get vehicles to go. Yeah. Without a choose signal, that makes that a lot tougher. We got buses. We finally got a bus. Okay, we can start doing some more service. But for right now, I think we're toast. 1.1, 642 monthlies started to go back and then died. And of course, all those vehicles we just bought don't help any. That'll make it so that we're definitely hooking into that. And then we kind of want one here. Okay. Just get the Hakadati bus going. New rail car now available. Down to 9 million. Problem is that's less than a year. Slightly more than a year, I should say. Slightly more than a year if we don't spend any more money. Last year wasn't the greatest. Looking at our months, we're doing better. But we're still in those 50s. We need to be back up here. And that requires these all to be running and making us money. Well, that's starting to look better. Still not making a ton of money. $78. Figure that's 10, maybe 11 months. We will be picking up with a new session. It'll still stay in the same playlist. I'll just mark it as try to. And we will pick up at the year that we ended at. For next week. So 28 or 29, one of the two. Depending upon how we're doing. Might as well just close it down. We're going to ride it out. And I think I'm going to go to options. And switch problems from have to close to that. We'll see if it closes now. Down to about 4 months. Maybe 5. 5 figure because I'll run you through the 0. But we are seeing financial change. Once again, it's sporadic and not the healthiest. And and still not to the level we needed. It extends us out. That's all it's doing, is it's extending our agony. Go up here north and see how these things are going. Yeah, we could probably that town's totally served. That town's mostly served. We could throw a bus there. Let's give it a try. Not going down without a fight. How's that sound for you guys? Going to make the effort one last big time. To hold on to our dream of making this work. Don't know as if it's going to make it in time. It is getting us some money. Question is it enough? So we will start in 1928. We'll start 1925. How's that sound? 1925 on the second try. Yes, there's probably something I could do that would just turn this around like a miracle. But I don't foresee being able to take and lob that far of a electrical run. And that'll probably take too long before it starts generating any cash flow for us. So this is about it. We are looking at the final days of Cali Jack trainers on the Japan map try 1. We'll pick up at 25 now that we know that the early game is not viable. I do find it a bit disappointing still, but I'm learning to live with it. That's getting us some money. Let's see what the full run's like. $238 from that one. Hey, now he's running good. pretty much down to our final month there. There it went. Now it's just, we're in the negative at the end of the month. We're going to be bankrupt. And we will be back next week for episode 16 with a new game. 1925 start. Try to. We will do that in the same playlist. And yes, I'm going to give it a try and see what I need to take and figure out as to how this particular pack set works. And there we go. Bankruptcy. Well, it was a fun run for the 2 days we ran it. We will see how it goes next week. And again, I don't know if I'll go going the same schedule. I'll try to announce Friday night what sort of a schedule we're looking at. I do know I'll be out of town for a couple of days next week and not able to post. So there will be a couple of days of dead time coming. Thanks for watching. If you're one of my new subscribers, and yes, I did see I got another new subscriber today. Welcome aboard. Welcome to the insanity. And thanks for watching, folks. Have a better day than I'm having.